All right, so Google's just dropped their new AI agent builder. It's supposed to let you make your own custom AI right inside Gemini. But here's the real question, right? Can it actually compete with the big dog, OpenAI? That's what we're going to break down today. We'll look at what it is, how you get it, and if it's actually a game changer, or just playing catch up. Okay, so here's what we're covering. We'll start with what the AI builder even is, then we'll get into the details, access, cost, all that good stuff. After that, we'll walk through building your first agent, and then the main event, Gemini versus OpenAI. And finally, we'll wrap it up with the final verdict. All right, let's dive right in. What is this AI builder? Well, it's pretty simple, really. This is Google's answer to OpenAI's custom GPTs. It's their big move to let you build your own AI helpers. So, what's an AI agent builder in the first place? Think of it like this. It's a tool that lets you create a custom AI for a very specific job. It's basically like building a digital employee from scratch in just a few minutes. Something that can summarize your meetings, pull answers from company docs, or just handle all those boring research tasks for you. Okay, so you're thinking, this sounds cool. How do I get my hands on it? Let's pop the hood and take a look at who can get it, what it'll cost you, and what you actually get. And right off the bat, here's the first catch. This is not for everyone. Nope. Access is locked down to paid Google Workspace users. You've got to be on a Gemini Business or Gemini Enterprise plan to even get in the door. So the first option, Gemini Business, is going to set you back $21 a month for each user. And if you want to level up to Gemini Enterprise, that's $30 a month again per user. So yeah, you can see right away who they're aiming for with this pricing. Big companies that are already all in on the Google ecosystem. But this is where things get, well, a little weird. Let's talk about connections. This is how your agent talks to other apps. And the list of options is tiny. I mean, look at this. You get nine connectors, and they're pretty much all just Google and Microsoft stuff. That's it. Seriously. No Zapier, no custom APIs, nothing else for now. Okay, enough about the limitations. What's it actually like to use the thing? Let's walk through building your very first agent and see how it works. So this part is actually where Gemini tries to make its case. It's all about simplicity. You just hop into what they call the agent designer and type out what you want in plain English. Something like, hey, find and summarize every email from my boss about Project Phoenix. And bam, Gemini just builds the whole process for you. Then you can feed it some extra documents for knowledge, tweak the personality a bit, and hit preview. It's definitely built to be super easy for anyone to just jump in and get started. Okay, but remember when I said things get weird? Here's a perfect example. We found something really odd during testing. If you give the agent designer the exact same instructions more than once, you can get completely different results. Seriously, one time it might build a simple little workflow. The next time, using the same prompt, it might spit out this super complex thing with a bunch of different steps. That kind of inconsistency, that's a huge red flag if you need something you can actually rely on. All right, and that brings us to the main event, the showdown. How does Google's brand new tool really stack up against the one that's been around the block, OpenAI's builder? Let's put them head to head. And this chart, this pretty much says it all. When it comes to just being easy to start, yeah, Gemini gets the win. That agent designer is super simple for beginners. But that's kind of where the wins stop. In basically every other area, OpenAI is just in a different league. Connections, way more extensive. Advanced features, OpenAI has fine-tuning, logic, all sorts of powerful stuff. And here's the kicker. Deployment. You can actually put an OpenAI agent on your website for the public to use. With Gemini, it's stuck inside Google's walls. This quote really hits on a bigger, almost philosophical point. The whole idea behind AI, the big promise, is that it's supposed to let anybody build amazing things. But when you lock a tool like this behind a big enterprise paywall, it kind of feels like it goes against that whole spirit, doesn't it? It's just a totally different mindset from OpenAI's more open approach. So with all that said, what's the final call? Let's break it down and help you figure out which one, if any, is actually right for you. Look, it really boils down to this. You should go with Gemini if, and only if, you're already living and breathing in the Google ecosystem, and all you need are some dead simple automations for your internal team. It's easy, for sure, but if you need actual power, if you need flexibility, custom connections, and especially if you want to put your agent out in the world for others to use, then it's not even a contest. OpenAI is the way to go, hands down. And that really leaves us with one big question to chew on. Is this enterprise model the future? These super expensive lockdown tools? Or is this approach actually going to be a roadblock that stops the really cool creative stuff from happening? It really makes you wonder about the future of AI for everyone, not just big companies. It's definitely something to think about.